Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Utopia with me, Commissar Roach, joined by my good friends Benjamin Magnus, Prussian Prince, and for the life of me, I'm sorry about this, but I forgot how to pronounce your name.
How could you forget? Oh no, it's the best name.
Aldrahill.
Yes, you did it.
There we go.
You did it.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Woo!
Now do it in the cost.
Hey. Yeah.
Doing the accent, please.
No.
Yes.
God damn it.
Well, I gotta upgrade my science ship.
I gotta do a lot of things. I am really behind on buildings. So behind. I am starving for energy credits, but I really don't want to create a sector so soon. You know?
Yeah, I'm at +1 energy credits, plus 31 minerals. So I'm a little unbalanced here. So why don't you go upgrade and get better sensors so you can do things faster.
Oh yeah. I have so much influence right now.
Yeah, because you can't go anywhere.
170.
I can't believe you're not hyperdrive though. You're so
This massive home sector and all this influence, but you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Is your game just kind of stuck now?
I think there's nothing else I can do in here. I just gotta wait, I guess.
Fanatic pacifist?
Like, yeah, try and get a faction.
Now it's all about your now it's all about your diplomacy game.
Yeah, get a different faction. Build tall. Go habitats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing.
That's
You can build
that's
tall
the
now.
plan. That's
Yeah.
the plan.
It could work. It could work.
But
Oh, I thought I could
was
have-
hoping I could get a few more planets before I had to do that, but oh well. Already, my science ship failed with 10%.
Hey!
Anomalies.
That's,
Yeah.
that's called paradox odds.
That's called Magnus odds.
Yeah. Well, I'm a magnet for A, bad odds, and B, game bugs. Bugs
Oh,
just
yeah.
come out of the woodwork to find me.
Did your XCOM 2 get fixed?
XCOM 2, I've
issues.
run into so many bugs, it's ridiculous. Like the last mission I recorded, and I keep meaning to record more of it, but I just never have the time to anymore. Especially with Utopia and Mandate of Heaven, like the mission I was on, like 3 or 4 individual components of it bugged out, so I was just like, fuck this shit. And
Wow.
I played it off screen because I had to keep save scrubbing so much. But like there was an enemy that was simultaneously on both sides of cover at the same time, so there was no way I could get any cover from it because it was on both sides. And I had
What?
one bug where one of my characters was on both sides of the map simultaneously. So like
What?
What even is that?
the unit model was on one side of the map and could be shot at, but the actual reticle representing him was on the other side of the map and could fire from. So it's like he was like drawing fire from one area but actually firing from another, and I ended up throwing a grenade like halfway across the map because it went from where the reticle was to where the animation was, which was like 50 squares away.
Christ.
It's fucking crazy.
Yep.
Alright, science ship,
And-
you are done.
I
Need-
just
need
failed
power.
my second anomaly in a row with 10% failure chance.
Oh,
Yes.
Funny
you are
when it happens to
cursed.
someone who's Not me.
So cursed.
So many slaves.
Oh no.
Gigantic skeleton. What is this?
Oh, I love when you fail that one because it's like we found this mammoth
Yeah.
skeleton, like thousands of feet tall, and then like you fail it, and they come back. They're like, "Yeah, that was just a cool looking mountain range."
We just didn't look at it right this time. It's just a bit shit. Sorry.
it's like the face on Mars. Oh, it's just a shadow.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually, that's a really good comparison. Actually, that's probably exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember people flipping out about the face on Mars, and then like the next
Yeah.
time like a probe went by with a higher resolution camera, they were just like, "No, that was just the time of day shadow and a low res camera."
Little do they know that's the vast
Have you
conspiracy
guys-
that's been blocked out now.
I don't know how big you guys are in like astronomy and things like that. But have you guys Yeah, have you guys seen the Pluto pictures, right? Like
Oh,
from
yeah, of course.
the probe.
Art,
Oh, those things are fucking beautiful. Like
aren't
that.
they?
That
Ooh.
camera, like, I wonder how high res that camera is. Like, what is its resolution? Because have you seen, like, how good, like, the big picture they have looks?
Yeah,
Like, it's
they're
so
gorgeous.
good. It's so gorgeous.
We got a new probe with a high resolution camera just arrived at Jupiter and setting back really high res pictures of like the whirling storms there and stuff like that. Those are pretty gorgeous too.
Awesome. Ah, first ascension slot.
I love all the memes that popped up when Pluto flyby happened. Like sad Pluto, and then the space probe going by, and it gets all happy, and the space probe leaves. It's sad Pluto again.
Come back.
Oh, that was the what was it? It was like the Sojourner meme where like it's the, or maybe it's Curiosity. I don't remember. It was one of the Martian probes, and it was like, if I'm a good probe, they'll let me go back home. And it just it keeps like day 1,300. It gets stuck, and it's like, guys. It made me feel really bad. Like that's,
Are you talking about the ones that are? You're not talking about the rovers on Mars, right?
like, yeah, Mars, like the little rover.
Yeah.
Like the really small ones. I don't remember. Like, there's the twins, the two.
The ones that
one of them.
when you look at a picture, it looks like a remote control car, but if you see it next to a person, it's the size of an SUV.
No, that's Curiosity.
Yeah,
That's Curiosity. The other ones, the ones before there, I think it's
those are the ones that are remote control cars.
Yeah. And those, like, I think it was based off that, but like one of them had an operational initial lifespan theoretically of like 100 days, but it went for like 1,000.
It went for like 1,100.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. I forget the name. I think maybe it was Sojourner or something.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name.
Science ship. Oh, you're almost level 4.
Ooh, I have 10 colonizable systems now. I regret that, because that's
Actually,
10 planets I have to monitor. Oh, goddamn
I
it.
kind of wish there was an event chain in here where, like, if you spawn in a star system with another, like, barely habitable planet or, like, a close terrestrial planet, where you could have, like, an event chain where you recover the probes of your previous space exploration, like, through that, and it gives you like a happiness or like a unity bonus. Because that's one of the, like, out of everything, like, I really hope we start exploring like manned missions to Mars, because I would love for them to like recover a probe or like make a monument.
A monument to Curiosity. Well,
That's pretty cool.
What is it? Elon Musk's company was saying they were going to be sending manned missions to Mars in the 2020s.
Awesome.
Well, they also they just launched and successfully landed and recovered the first ever recycled booster stage.
Yeah, it was the Skipper or whatever their platform is, where they launch it and then it comes back down under power.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, because that's gonna cut the cost of a launch down by like something like 60% or something like that, because you just have to
maybe. I want to know what the actual cost to, like, what it costs to build one of that compared to like a normal booster, and what the comparison is and whether or not it's worth it.
It's going to be a long time before we see information like that, considering there's multiple competing companies right now.
Yeah, because I wonder if it's like, oh, it's, it costs 7 times that of a normal booster. Well, then it's not really cost effective. But if it's like it only costs twice as much a normal booster, then you get maybe 2 or 3 launches out of it. Then it pays for itself. But
I wonder if it's cruel to have slaves working the slave processing facility.
I think that's just logical. Smart to me.
People call me a monster.
Oh, I'm horrible.
I'm really nice. I'm a fish.
I tend to say things with like a cool like disconnect from reality, so it doesn't come off as horrible as it sounds. When I was playing CK2 the other day, I bulk recorded like 4 or 5 episodes. Then I had a couple days off, and I went back to recording it. And I was looking at my family tree, and I was like, "Why did all my kids die so young?" Oh wait, right, I'm a Satanist and I ate them.
Yeah, gotta get that health though. The health is super important.
Well, what is awful is the episode I recorded this morning. my heir was had eaten all my children, and my rival had killed my heir. So my current heir was like my 16-year-old granddaughter, who was fucking amazing. Like her lowest trait was like a 16 or something like that. She was amazing. And then I had a son, and he supplanted her in the line. And the game had paused when I had a son, and I immediately right-clicked and consumed him. And all I could think of is just like, you know what? My wife had this kid, and I was just sitting there waiting. Just nom 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 nom.
Like straight out of the womb, cries.
It was awful. It's like the baby just comes out. And just,
I'll take this. I'm so sorry, dear. The baby died. How? It died.
It was just the like I said that out loud, and then the visual hit me after I said it, and I was just like, oh god.
You just sit there and you're just like, good lord, I might be evil. I might be a monster.
Oh jeez. Oh, it was so funny though. But I mean, like, it was funny, but like I was actually thinking that being Satanist in CK2 is actually be really beneficial as a is like a Viking or something like that, somewhere where you're playing under Gavelkind, because instead of having, you have a new kid, it's like, oh fuck, now I gotta cut this into more, my domain into more slices. Just like, nope, nom 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 nom, new slices now. And eating your kids extends your life. My character's nearly 70 years old now.
Yeah, and you just keep it going. You can just stack up that health, and you become near immortal, don't you?
Well, I actually, I'm pretty sure that the health bonus caps at +3, so you can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can't turn your guy into like a near immortal character.
Damn.
Just by stacking health bonuses, because I'm pretty sure there's a hard cap on that, and it's pretty low.
I got the immortal event chain in the game I was playing with Bunisphere Bob, and I've never had it before. I've never had the immortal event chain happen. I have no idea what starts it. I was so hyped. I died like 4 days after it started. I was like 39 years old. I just died of like poor health. Just out of nowhere.
The event chain fires doesn't mean you're gonna become immortal.
No, I know, but it's just, come on, man.
5 stages.
I know.
High chance of failure at each stage.
I wanted to try though. I just died of poor health. I like to imagine that I just like sneezed and I'm dead now. All right, fine.
Oh, in the
you were eating with a fork and you just sneezed into a fork into your eye or something like that.
Yeah, and they all just went poor health.
Yeah, like your court position is just like, well, we can't put that down on his.
The first time I became the Grandmaster of the Lucifer Zone, I was Grandmaster for about 4 days, then died of natural causes before. Like, I went to right-click on something to like, to do something fun, and died of natural cause. I didn't get a chance to eat anybody's children.
No.
I didn't summon a familiar or anything. I didn't get a chance to do anything because I just died.
What a great game. Didn't even get a chance to eat children.
It's fucking weird because he's had his face cut off in battle 3 times, but Satan keeps regrowing his face, also his testicles. So the court physician cut off his balls because he had a mild case of the flu. Literally, not a bad case of the flu. It said a mild case of the flu. The court physician cut off my balls. So Satan has regrown my testicles and my face 3 times.
You always choose the brave option when
You gotta choose the brave option. You gotta go ham. You gotta go for it. You gotta go for it.
There was one in my live stream. There was one character. He was in jail, so I was trying to get him killed, and he had cancer. So every single time I got the chance to treat myself, I was just like, "Yes, try something drastic," and it was like, "Your cancer's cured. Now you're in jail for even longer." It was awful.
Damn you, cancer! You fickle mistress!
Oh boy. Let's see. Build mining station.
Is that a is that a frontier outpost on my southern border?
What? You gotta stop your paranoia now. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not good for you to think like that all the time.
Right.
You gotta chill. Would you like to have some krill? It's the favorite food on our planet.
You guys are cannibals.
In my planet, because remember, you're a Unity. So
oh yeah, my planet. Yeah.
Gotta get those pronouns sorted.
we're very pronoun
assume
confused.
You just assume his what the fuck would it even be called? You just assume my mental.
Do you watch Futurama?
Oh, what?
Do you watch Futurama?
Yes.
Do you seen the newer ones? Well, newer, a couple years ago
No.
now.
I have seen everything.
Where the entity from like a different plane. He goes by Shklee, so that's me.
Shklee or Shklur?
Shklee or Shklur, yeah, Shklee or I prefer Shklee actually, not I or we. Shklee, thank you.
You actually just cut off my science ship from my home.
Oh no! Maybe you shouldn't have closed your borders on me.
I was about to say, didn't you cause an issue there?
Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it.
No.
No, if you wanted this to go well, you chose the wrong option.
Bro. No. There's no need for
there,
this.
you just sounded like that horn sound effect.
No, be cool.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's gonna be alright.
I have no doubt it's gonna be all right.
Not like this.
I love that I have an army of, like, battle thralls. I'm definitely turning these fuckers into livestock at some point, though.
Delicious
See,
livestock.
I just can't get over this hypocrisy. Like, you have no idea how much hate I got in the last series for what I did. And like,
You're space Nazis.
Yes, me.
Well, what would happen is he would I don't know why, but there was like 4 or 5 primitives in his starting location, and every single time he would find one, he would just be like, "Oh, I'll just orbital bombard you into non-existence." And then there was one that was really resistant to orbital bombardment. He was all pissy because he had to send in foot troops to exterminate them. And then every single time we would talk about them, he'd just be like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. There's never anybody there."
There never was. There's no records of them anywhere. It was just a particularly tense military exercise. That's the only thing that happened.
Particularly tense military exercise. That's good. You should go work for the U.S. government.
If they'd pay me, maybe.
You have asthma. Nobody wants you to fight. Trust me, I know. I have asthma too.
Yeah. Actually, I was like, I think I was picking up my asthma my medication one time, and in high school I was actually like, I was on track to go into the National Guard, and I kind of just like fell out of that after a while, but in line was the recruiter that I had talked to, and he was saying like, "Oh yeah, no, I was actually just looking over our old files and saying you still looking into that." And it's like I had just picked up my medication, I just held up my inhaler, and just kind of like, "I don't think you're gonna want me."
If I have to run when it's cold outside, I'm not gonna be able to keep up, and I might die.
Oh, I'll fucking die is what's gonna happen. I'm glad you also have asthma because you know how bad that is.
Oh my god, it's awful.
It's like breathing in knives.
Yeah. Well, when I lived in New York, I was a baker, and I don't know why, but I got put in charge of putting away the daily delivery of frozen goods, which was, like on a normal day, like, I don't know, 8 to 12 pallets stacked like 14 feet tall of stuff. So it was usually maybe me and one other person spending hours in the freezer dealing with this stuff. So my asthma was always horrendous.
Yep. I know how that feels.
Like, I come out and stand in front of the 500-degree oven for a second, just like breathing in the hot air. Like, what the hell are you doing, Ben?
Yeah, no, don't you just hate it when like, don't you just hate it when somebody like, oh, it's a cold morning, it's like, it feels great, it's brisk out. It's like, fuck.
And you're just sitting there like, God forbid you have to actually like, shovel your driveway. Oh god.
I don't believe in that kind of physical labor anymore.
Well, see, I
my
had
religion.
an issue. not so much anymore that I'm a professional YouTuber. Like the most exercise I get these days is like taking my dog for a walk every day. But
pouring yourself something to drink.
Yeah, it's like, what's funny is if I lean over hard enough, I can see my kitchen. So every once in a while, like my bottle of water will run low, and I'll just lean over and look at the kitchen and go, oh, God damn it. But anyway, I used to snowboard every weekend. Every weekend I went snowboarding, and that's extremely physical.
Oh yeah,
and,
I can totally relate to that.
And like what my pocket would have, like I would have my external pockets would be like in one side like bundled up with asthma medication, and the other side an iPod.
I don't leave the house without my emergency inhaler anymore. Like it's just and I also keep what are these, like these antihistamine pills, so that because my asthma is triggered by allergies.
Yeah, me too.
And it's mine is mostly mold, and funny enough, like the dust that comes off of like corn and corn husks and things like that, a lot of that kind of stuff, which is great living in Illinois. It's fucking great.
Oh God, yeah. You're allergic to corn. I don't live in the Midwest.
No, I'm not allergic to corn. I'm allergic to like the dust on the corn husks. Like I don't know what it's called, but it's like that. It's like the stuff that kind of sloughs off whenever you're husking corn or whenever like you're around a grain elevator.
I do that a lot, yeah, in Southwest London.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can totally relate to that.
Yeah, totally. You got corn as far as the eye can see, right next to London Bridge.
I live literally in the middle of 5 cornfields.
You live in England. You barely have plants there.
Yeah, it's a barren wasteland here. It's just
well,
awful.
I mean, he also lives like what'd you say, London? So you barely have sun even.
I don't know what the word is.
You guys ran out of trees 400 years ago. You just started burning mud.
And you know what? It worked just fine.
I just get the image of these like. I just get the image of like those peasants from the Warhammer Fantasy setting, and they're just kind of walking around, it's like hunchbacked and like.
It's not inaccurate.
just with smartphones now.
Please send
That's
help.
the only difference.
Send help.
I read a bunch of books a while back about the Battle of 1812 and wars around that time, just because it was something I was interested in. And when America was building their fledgling navy, and one of the things that we had over the British ships were trees.
Yeah, your white oak.
Yeah.
The white oak.
Yeah. And there was this whole chapter about how like men would be sent off into the swamps and whatnot. I was going to say jungles, but it's just like temperate swamps in places like Georgia and the Carolinas, and just looking for like one particular tree just to make one particular part for this one particular ship. And like it would cost like 3 or 4 people would die of malaria, and it would take 7 weeks for them to find the right tree to cut this one piece out of it. And then when the American ships fought the British, the famous is the Constitution versus the
Old
Guerriere.
Ironsides.
Yep.
Yeah, Guerriere was a old French ship that was like half rotted out. So the first time we would like a stiff wind hit it, half of it fell apart.
Yeah, we
don't tell the story
not
that
the
way,
great.
but that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, we like to think of it as an honorable defeat. That's how we remember it.
Well, the thing that made the U.S.'s Constitution so like the reason they called her Old Ironsides, and they thought like, oh, it's just sides of iron, is because unlike European ship construction at the time, called for drying out all of the wood that was used on a ship.
Leave it in.
But we didn't have time for that. Yeah, we didn't have time for that. So the wood on the Constitution still had moisture in it, and that makes it pliable. So when it got hit, it just bent and then bent back to its original shape instead of cracking. Now I think that has problems in the long term, but at the time it was really good.
In the long term, it's bad for the long term longevity of the ship because they'd be more prone to rot and
it's like internal rot of like the actual beams. But
and hogging became a big issue. Hogging's where the end of the ship and the front of the bow and the stern are heavier than the middle, so it kind of bows.
Call this naval knowledge. Oh man, I love it.
Well,
You're British.
You guys,
Why don't you know this?
no, I do. I just love it. I'm not used to being. Have you guys read Patrick O'Brien?
No. This is all like
You gotta
I
read.
like,
you gotta do it. If you like naval shit, read Patrick O'Brien's Aubrey Maturin series. He's on the ship that fights Old Ironsides in one of the books. He's in that battle as a prisoner. It is.
Isn't the basis of Master and
So
Commander
good.
like it's a story of the British fighting Old Ironsides or something?
No,
Yeah.
that's one of them. The first one is it's all just about the Napoleonic Wars in general, all the way through. There's 21 of them.
They had to change it for the movie because
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah.
made from primarily an American audience, and the Americans
Yeah.
didn't think an American audience would accept the Americans being the bad guys.
So it was like a French ship for some reason, yet it was Old Ironsides.
But it was made in Boston.
Yeah,
That was
sure. Why not? But the whole books, all the books are so good. They're all about like all kinds of stuff. It's like goes through all the history of it. Really good books.
I don't know. I have a problem with certain like really old books because the way that books are written nowadays to where they are before, it's hard to adapt. I have a problem where I can't really like the style of writing like old styles. I can't really get into. Like that's one of the reasons I can't read Starship Troopers because like the way it's written is like in the early 1900s and it's written in a way.
This was only written in the
like,
60s.
I can't even. Was it? I
Yeah.
thought it was like in the early 1900s.
Dylan only died like a few years ago.
Oh, you mean yours? Okay, well, I didn't.
Master Commander, I mean. No, not that one. Yeah, my one. Yeah, no, I don't know about Starship
Yeah.
Troopers.
Yeah, no, Starship Troopers was written early on.
okay.
I love
I
this
know
book
I made
so
a lot
much.
of people angry right now by saying that because that's a.
If I get one person to read Master and Commander series, I'll be so happy because I love that book so much. The whole series. Ugh. You guys seen Hornblower?
I was reading. Or, I mean, I was watching a video of this guy who reviews like historical films, and he judges them based on their historical accuracy.
Lindy Badge?
I don't.
Lindy
remember. I don't.
Page is fucking great.
Lindy Badge,
No,
yeah,
I don't. I
definitely
think it was literally like the historical reviewer or something like that. It's his entire channel. But I was watching some of his series, and what he had to say about Master and Commander was actually really good.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Oh,
it
I've
was
seen
one
that
of the
video.
only-
Yeah.
where he just gives it praise. He says like, yeah, it's exactly what you want from a historical movie.
Yeah.
He also said that for what was it? Oh shit, what was it? Zulu. And,
I love Zulu. I love Zulu.
He also did Zulu, and he did
History
We Were
Buffs.
Soldiers.
History buffs.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, just found the video. Just Googled it because I remember watching it. It was good.
I'll just figure this out.
His We Were Soldiers actually was a really good one. I liked because he had reviewed the director's other work, Braveheart, and he hated Braveheart, but apparently We Were
Braveheart.
Soldiers.
From a historical standpoint, Braveheart's crap.
Oh yeah,
good movie,
no,
though.
Totally.
Oh, it's
Not
a great
really.
movie.
I love it.
As a historical thing, like any of those, Mel Gibson movies are crap. What's the Revolutionary War one? Patriot.
Patriot.
Total
Yeah.
crap.
God, I actually,
Excellent action movie. Total crap historical movie.
yeah. I used to really like The Patriot before I learned history.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite parts is when Agony, Prussian Prince.
Hello.
We're delighted to meet you. We serve together. We can achieve greatness.
Hopefully.
The last battle, which I believe is supposed to be like the Battle of Cowpens or something like that. Cornwallis, I think it was, is like, focus all of our artillery on the center, drive them back, and his subordinate is like, we'll hit our own guys too. He's like, yeah, shoot, whatever, shoot them. And then all of the British guns fire, and all of the British shells land behind the British lines, so like their gunners were so shit that they not only didn't hit where they were shooting, they didn't shoot far, but every single one of them shot short and hit their own men, and none of the Americans. It's like, you guys are supposed to be the best military in the world. You fucking suck. Oh, I'm inside your space. Ugh.
Oh, smugglers! Oh shit! Smugglers, no! Oh, it killed my science ship! You bastards! You son of a bitch!
Bastard bitch.
God.
Yeah, indeed. No.
Why are you slaves so unhappy?
Yeah, God. Just be chill.
Xeno Justice Forum. What do you guys want?
Peace, probably.
Issues. No alien slaves. No purge. They don't want any slaves.
They don't want any fun.
Oh, fuck you guys. You're slaves. It's what you're supposed to be.
You're backwards. You're all backwards.
I'm gonna slave more of you. You know what? If I enslave you, then you don't have shit, and I got the slave complex, then there's nothing to complain about, is there?
You remember enslaving was like really strong on game release. Like you enslaved them, and it's like, well, and now they're useless. I mean, they're great for me, but they can't defend themselves or stop anything. The best.
I have a two-party system going on inside of my empire. I have just the Terran supremacy movement, or the Terran superiority movement, and the martial order of Thorn.
Can I unslave this? This pop is enslaved. Set rights. Well, I have to. So you can't set. You have to set rights for the whole
species.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
Whole species, not just that one pop.
Yep.
I'll make you domestic slaves.
That's cool.
Oh, that's fine.
Like the Terracemen in the Mistborn series.
See, as long as I get to work the house, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm bringing the field slaves in.
However, we are out of time, I believe.
Oh yeah, no, we are.
On that racist note.
God.
On that note, if you guys, thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this, definitely take a look at the various videos down below inside the description, and subscribe, comment, like, or if you are so inclined, I'm pretty sure most of us have individual Discords. Check out those as well. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.